You know how much we love to uncover secrets on this show, right? Well, get ready for a big one, because today we're diving into the hidden world of trees.
Yeah, fascinating stuff.
It really is. We're talking about how trees communicate,
Mm.
something most people don't even realize is going on.
Right.
It's like a
Yeah.
whole secret language, shared resources, early warning
Yeah.
systems. It's unbelievable.
I know. It really makes you appreciate trees in a whole new way, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So to help us unpack this incredible world, we've got a leading expert in tree communication with us today.
Happy to be here.
So for centuries, we humans, we've admired trees, obviously,
Of course. Yeah.
the beauty, the shade they provide.
Right.
But it turns out we've seriously underestimated them.
Yeah. You could say we've been blind to their secret lives.
Okay, so underestimated might actually be an understatement.
It's true.
We're talking about a whole secret language going on here. Like,
I
what
know, right?
trees are sharing resources, they're sending warnings, they even have, like, family dinners or something.
Laughs. Well, maybe not quite dinner parties, but you're getting the idea.
Okay, so where do we even begin? How do we go from seeing trees as these, like, solitary beings to realizing they're more like a complex society?
It's a huge shift in thinking, isn't it?
Huge.
For a long time, the scientific view was that trees were basically just competing with each other.
Yeah, fighting for sunlight, nutrients, all that.
Exactly. Every tree for itself, right?
Right.
But then comes along this groundbreaking research, people like Suzanne Simard, Peter Voldeben,
Legends.
and they completely turn this solitary view on its head.
So what's the deal then?
Well, imagine a vast network operating beneath the forest floor, connecting the roots of all the trees.
Like the internet, but for trees.
Exactly. The Wood Wide Web, it's been called.
I love that.
And it's made possible by these incredible organisms called mycorrhizal fungi.
Okay, hold on, fungi. Like the things that pop up on my bread sometimes.
Not exactly the same, but you're on the right track.
Okay, so what's the connection?
Well, these mycorrhiza, they actually grow around and even inside the roots of trees.
Really?
Yeah, and they form this mutually beneficial relationship, what we call a symbiosis.
Symbiotic, so it's like a win-win.
Exactly. Trees need nutrients, right? Things like nitrogen and phosphorus.
Makes sense.
And fungi, they're really good at extracting these nutrients from the soil.
Ah, so they're like the tree's personal little miners.
In a way, yes. And in return, the trees, they provide the fungi with sugars.
Sugars.
Yeah, which they produce during photosynthesis, something fungi can't do themselves.
So it's like a trade-off. They're swapping snacks.
I like that. They're swapping snacks. But it's this exchange that allows both the trees and the fungi to thrive.
That's incredible. So this is happening beneath our feet right now.
Right now, all around us.
It's like a whole secret world we never even knew
A
about.
whole hidden economy.
Yeah.
And it gets even more incredible.
More. Okay, you got me coming more.
So you've got these older, more established trees, often called mother trees.
Mother trees. Wait, are you serious?
Completely serious.
That's amazing. I need to know more about these mother trees. Like, what do they do?
So picture this. You've got a young sapling just trying to get a start in the world.
Tough being a young tree.
It is, especially in a dense forest where sunlight is scarce.
Right, they got to fight for every ray.
Exactly. But here's where the mother trees come in.
They're like, come here, little buddy, I got you.
Exactly. Through this incredible underground network we've been talking about, they actually provide those struggling saplings with essential nutrients.
Wow, that's incredible. They're like nurturing the next generation.
Exactly. It's about more than just competition. It's about support,
Yeah.
about ensuring the long-term health of the entire
It's
forest.
like a whole community down there.
Exactly.
Wow.
And that's what makes this research so groundbreaking. It's changing everything about how we view trees and forests.
Okay, so we've got this incredible network happening underground, but what about above ground? How else are they communicating?
Well, picture this. A tree is under attack, let's say, from a swarm of hungry insects.
Okay, I can picture that.
Now, instead of just standing there and taking it, this tree releases chemical signals into the air.
Chemical signals, like a tree 911 call.
Exactly, a silent alarm, if you will.
Hmm.
These chemicals, they're called volatile organic compounds, or VOCs.
VOCs, got it.
And nearby trees, they can actually detect these VOCs.
So the other trees get the message like, watch out, guys, we're under attack.
Exactly, it's like a neighborhood watch program for the forest.
So cool. So what happens then? Do all the trees release bug spray or something?
Lefts. Not exactly bug spray, but close. The trees that receive the signal, they start producing defensive compounds themselves.
Wow.
And get this, they start producing these defenses even before the insects reach them.
Seriously. So they're like prepping for battle.
Exactly. It's an incredible early warning system that helps protect the entire forest community.
This is mind-blowing.
It really
I
is.
mean, it's like trees have mastered the art of communication and
They've
cooperation.
had millions of years to perfect it.
I know. It's just incredible to think about. And you know what? This is just the tip of the iceberg. We've got so much more to explore in this incredible world of tree communication.
Oh, absolutely. We're just getting started. So we've been talking about these chemical signals traveling through the air and the fungal networks underground.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
It is, but what if I told you that trees have another way of responding to their surroundings?
Okay, now you're just messing with me.
I'm serious. Think about it.
Okay.
A tree branch, it snaps in a storm.
Sad, but it happens.
Right, but this isn't just some random event.
What do you mean?
The tree, it actually senses this damage and it responds much faster than you might think.
Wait, really? So it's not just those slower signals we talked about.
Exactly. It's a whole other system.
Okay, this is blowing my mind. So are you telling me trees have, like, nerves or something?
Nerves, not exactly, but they do have these specialized cells that can transmit electrical signal.
Electrical signals. You mean like little lightning bolts inside the tree?
Laughs. Well, not quite lightning bolts, but you're getting the idea.
Okay, so how does this work? Are there tiny wires running through the branches I just never noticed before?
No wires needed. These specialized cells, they create these variations in electrical potential.
Okay, electrical potential. That sounds complicated.
It's a bit like how our own nerve cells transmit signals, but maybe not quite as fast.
So when a branch breaks, the tree knows about it instantly.
Pretty much. It's like an internal alarm system. Hey, we've got damage over here.
And then what? Does the tree send out an ambulance or something?
Laughs. Not quite. But those signals, they probably help direct resources to the injured area.
Resources.
Things like hormones, nutrients, the things trees need to heal.
Wow, that's incredible. So trees are way more complex than we give them credit for.
Right. It makes you wonder, how intelligent are these organisms really?
I know, it's kind of mind-blowing. Okay, so back to these electrical signals for a sec.
Yep.
Do they just stay within the tree, or could they travel to other trees? Maybe through that wood wide web we were talking about.
Now, that is the million-dollar question.
Ooh, intriguing.
We're still trying to figure that out.
Oh, really?
It's like trying to decipher a whole new language.
I bet. But if these signals can travel between trees, that would be huge, right?
It's huge. Imagine a tree experiencing drought stress, for example.
Okay, tough situation for a tree.
It is. But what if that tree could actually send out a warning signal to others nearby?
Through the network.
Exactly, giving them a head start on conserving water.
Wow, that would be incredible, like a forest-wide alert system.
Exactly, and that's what's so exciting about this research. We're only just beginning to uncover the secrets of this incredible communication network.
I know, it's like we've discovered this whole hidden conversation going on right beneath our feet.
And who knows what other secrets we'll uncover as we continue to listen.
So we've covered a lot of ground here, and it's clear that these communication networks are essential for trees.
Absolutely, it's their lifeline.
But, I hate to bring this up, but we have to talk about the elephant in the room.
I know where you're going with this.
Human impact.
It's unavoidable, unfortunately.
I mean, we've touched on deforestation, climate change, all these threats trees are facing.
And these threats, they directly impact those communication networks we've been talking about.
Right, because it's not just about individual trees anymore, it's about the whole system.
Exactly, and that's what makes it so important for us to understand these connections so we can protect them.
So, where do we go from here? What can we do to make sure these incredible communication networks don't go silent? It's like we've been trying to solve a puzzle for centuries, but we only just now found the missing piece.
And now that we're starting to see the bigger picture, we realize how much more there is to learn.
Okay, so we've talked about the science, we've talked about the threats, but now what can we do? Is there any hope for the future of these amazing communication networks?
There's always hope, especially when we arm ourselves with knowledge.
So, knowledge is power when it comes to protecting forests.
Absolutely. And understanding these intricate connections is a huge step in the right direction.
So it's not just about planting more trees, it's about planting smarter.
Exactly. Imagine if we could use our knowledge of the wood wide web to rebuild damaged forests.
So instead of just planting trees randomly, we need to think about which species will thrive together.
Yes, it's about creating the right conditions for these connections to flourish.
So we're talking about a more holistic approach to conservation, right? Like seeing the whole forest as this interconnected web of life.
Exactly. And it's not just about large-scale efforts either. We can all play a part in this.
Okay, I like where this is going.
Yeah.
So what can we do in our own backyards, in our communities, to help support these networks?
Well, one simple thing is to plant a variety of native tree species.
So diversity is key.
Absolutely. The more diverse the trees in your yard or neighborhood, the more potential there is for connection and communication.
Got it. So instead of a monoculture, we want a multi-species neighborhood where everyone can connect.
Precisely. And here's another cool thing you can do. You know about those incredible fungal networks we talked
Oh
about?
yeah, the highways of the forest floor.
Exactly. Well, did you know that using wood chips or mulch in your garden can actually help those fungi thrive?
No way. So I'm not just tidying up my garden, I'm actually laying down the welcome mat for those fungal networks.
Exactly. Every little bit helps, right?
Right.
And of course, supporting organizations that are working to protect existing forests and combat deforestation, that's crucial.
Right, because those ancient forests, they're like the libraries of the forest world, storing all that precious knowledge and connection.
They're irreplaceable. These forests, with their intricate communication networks, are vital not just for the trees themselves, but for the health of our entire planet.
Yeah.
This whole conversation has me thinking,
Yeah, me too.
it's like we've stumbled upon this incredible secret, this hidden language that's been whispering all around us for millennia.
And now we're finally starting to listen.
Exactly. We're beginning to understand that we're not just visitors in this world, we're part of this intricate web of life, just like the trees.
It's a humbling thought, isn't it?
It is. But it's also incredibly inspiring because once we start to see these connections, we realize that even small actions can have a ripple effect.
So planting a tree in your backyard, supporting a conservation organization,
Yeah.
even just spreading the word about this amazing communication network, it all adds up.
Exactly. Every little bit of effort brings us closer to a future where both humans and trees can thrive.
It's a future I'm excited to work towards. Well, that about wraps up our deep dive into the fascinating world of tree communication. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. It's been an incredible journey.
It really has. And remember, the next time you find yourself walking through a forest, take a moment to just pause and listen.
You might be surprised by what you hear. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and remember, even in silence, there's always more to learn.